pressed record. It's recording now for the world. So we're going to pretend we've only just come in. We've all sat down, and you're lovely. Okay. So good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Mr. Good morning, everybody.
It's so lovely. Do you know what, year one? When I was training to be a teacher, I worked in reception and young children, and that's what I always wanted to do. I always wanted to work with reception and year one children, and then I came to this school, and I've worked with everything but reception and year one children. So I love being with you lot. And I hear that this week you have been looking at music. Is that right?
Yeah.
Right, who can tell me what you've been doing with music this week? Who can tell me what you've been doing? What is it? Because I hear you've been brilliant with your music this week. What have you been doing with your music this week? Oh, cool, yeah. You singing the Wellerman song? Should we have a little go? Should we have a quick go of it?
Yeah.
Let's have a little go. Let's have a little go. We're going to have a go without. We're going to go without the music. We're going to do it just for the words. Ready? Ready? So we need to tap a beat. Here we go. There once was a ship that quick to sea. The name of the ship was a billiard team. The winds blew up, the bow it down, oh blow my billy boys blow. Soon may the Wellerman come to bring the ship around tea and rum. One day when the coming is done, we'll take our leave and go. She had been up in 2 weeks from shore when down on her whale was born. The captain called all hands on shore, take that whaling tow. Soon may the Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tugging is done, we'll take our leave and go. Before the boat had hit the water, the whale tamed up and it caught her. Who had some side harpoon and porter when she dived down low. Soon may the Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tugging is done, we'll take our leave and go. You're amazing! Line was out, the whale was free. The captain's mind was not all free. He belonged to the whaleman's creed. She took the ship in tow. Go on! Soon may the Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tugging is done, we'll take our leave and go. 40 days or even more, the line went snap then tight once more. The boats were lost, there were only 4, but still that whale did go. Hoo! Soon may the Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tugging is done, we'll take our leave and go. I've heard the fight's still on, the lines are cut and the whale's not gone. The Wellerman makes his regular call to encourage the captain, crew and low. Here we go! Soon may the Wellerman come, bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tugging is done, we'll take our leave and go. One more! Soon may the Wellerman come. Wow. Brilliant. So you've been doing the Wellerman. I hear there's something else you've been doing too. I hear you've been finding out learning all about instruments. Is that right?
Yeah.
Right. So, year ones, if you think you're really good at instruments, I've got a little quiz for you.
Okay.
So,
What's a
quiz is like a game. So what I'm going to do, it's a bit like that, but it's called Name the Instrument. So I'm going to play. This is careful. I'm going to play. I'm going to play the sound of an instrument. And you've got to try and guess what the instrument is. Adults can play too. They're not too tricky today. They're not too tricky. Next time I might ramp it up and make it a bit harder. But today they're not too tricky. So, here's the first instrument. Listen first of all, and then when you think you know, I'll ask you after. You ready? Get those ears. You can have a play at home too. instrument. Remember, I'm going to choose those people that aren't shouting out, people that are sat beautifully with their hands up. Look at all these hands. You must have worked really hard in year one this week. You must have done. So I'm going to go to you. What do you think? I saw a violin. That's a violin. I haven't said if it's right or wrong yet. Why do you think it's a violin? Because the sounds. Do you know how to play a violin? Do you know how people play violins? What do they do? Brilliant. So yeah, they use their bow, which is this bit, on the strings of the violin. You're absolutely right. It's a violin. Did you get that right too, adults? Yeah. Yeah, the highest pitched member of the string instruments. There we go. That's a picture of a violin. Right, that was a bit easier. See if you can get the next one then. There's a few instruments, but we're listening to this one. Nearly going away then. Ooh, it's a bit trickier, that one. What instrument do you think that one might be? What instrument do you think it might be? You, wow, do you know what you have? You've done some brilliant work in year one this week, haven't you? So you think it might... Don't shout out. You think it might be in a trumpet? Do you know what? You're spot on. It was a trumpet. There was a bit of drum in there too. But we were listening to a trumpet. Do you know how you play a trumpet?
Yeah.
Do you know what? Does anyone know what sort of a trumpet? What sort of an instrument a trumpet is? Don't shout out. What sort of a trumpet? You do that. You're right. What sort of an instrument is it? Does anybody know? Do you know what it's called? What do you use to make it work? You blow into it and your breath makes a sound. So it's a wind instrument, because we use our wind to make the sound, but it's also brass. It's a brass instrument because it's made out of brass. Super! Cool, you're so good! Oh, there we go. Brass instrument with a cup-shaped mouthpiece.
It's a trumpet.
Try the next one.
Yeah.
Listen carefully. A bit harder, this one. Stop cheating. I'm giving it away. Mrs. Clark. Oh, that's very short. Wasn't much there. I think that's quite tricky, but there's a lot of hands gone up you, and you have worked hard on that this week. Yes, young man. What do you think it is? No, not quite. Not quite. It's not a piano. It does sound a little bit like a piano, doesn't it? But it's not a piano. Oh, I like this. It's tricky. I like it when it's a tricky one. It's not a guitar. No, I can see what you're saying. It's a bit like a guitar, but it's not a guitar. It's not. It's not a drum, no. Definitely not a drum in there. It's not a cello either. Oh, I think I've got you. I think I might have you on this one. Yes. It's not a flute. It is a stringed instrument, and then if you were watching Rachel, she gave you a bit of a clue. Quite big. Normally you hear it when there's little angels about. Angels. It's not a cello. It's not a violin. Good. Do you know what? I'm going to play it one more time. Listen really carefully. got it at home. It's tricky.
I know. Like when you do like this.
You know what it is? What is it?
Woo!
It is a harp! Super! And a harp looks a bit like
I know.
this. It's a very big instrument.
Oh my gosh, that's very enormous. Like
Well, you can't really tell from that. It is really big. It's a beautiful instrument. Right, let's try the next one.
I didn't notice.
I think it's one of the most beautiful instruments, the harp. Right, next one. Someone just say something over there then. Okay, so there's a few instruments there, but there's one instrument in particular. We're homing in on. Somebody said over there, give it a clue. Said, I know this sound is from Scotland, and it is from Scotland. You're right. So that's really good thinking. What do you think it might be? It's not a guitar, not this time. Keep going, you'll get it eventually.
I think it is.
There was a drum in there towards the end, but it's not a drum that we're thinking of. It's not violin or bass, no. You're doing really well, you one. Super music work. It's not diamond. Any for your guess? It's not. That's a great instrument. It's not a ukulele. It's a very strange instrument, this one.
Oh, I know.
You'll normally see men in kilts playing it. Someone cheating over there. Come on over here.
No, don't look at me.
Was it you, young man, that said Scotland? Yeah, so what's the instrument, do you know? Do you know what? You're right, they're bagpipes. Bagpipes are normally a bagpipes. It's a wind instrument, but it's got pipes on too. And normally, people dance like this, the bagpipes. And there we go, look.
I know that one.
There's a Scotsman in his kilt.
Yes. Kilt. What's kilt?
Kilt's like a skirt. Looks like Mr. Bean. Yeah, a little bit. Right, next one. This is quite tricky too. That's quite tricky, that one. I'll be amazed if anyone gets that one. Be amazed. Sure. Come back to me, No. Not violin, no. Not, it sounds a little bit like a violin, but it's not a violin. It's not a cello either. No, it is a wind instrument and it's a brass instrument, so you do blow into it to make the sound. And it's not a trumpet, if you've had a trumpet. Rachel, it's not a clarinet, no. It's not a clarinet. George, you got any idea? It's not a flute, no. Oh, do you know what? What a brilliant guess. It's not a tuba, but that's such a good guess. Really good. Do you know what? No, it's not. I'm going to give you a bit of a clue. Lisa Simpson in The Simpsons, if you watch Simpsons, she plays it. Do you know what is it? Yeah? Yeah. It's called that. It's called that.
Electric guitar.
It's not electric guitar, but good effort. Lisa Simpson. No, it's not one of those either.
It's a thing when you hold it and then it's like one that goes down and then.
Yeah, it does. It goes down and up. You're right. Into a saxophone. It is a saxophone.
That was tricky.
It was tricky. You're right. Look at that. Lisa saxophone. Saxophone is a beautiful instrument.
Oh, so lovely.
The saxophone break in Careless Whisper when you get older. It's brilliant. Listen to that. Next one. Easier one for me, this one. Give you a break.
Tricky one. I know what it is.
Do you know what? They do sound very similar, but it's not a piano. Very similar. Not that. Who is it that keeps guessing the same one each time? It is a guitar. You're right. That one's a guitar. The sound of a guitar. Quite different. It's a guitar. You're right. Next one. I'm not sure I can remember. There are violins in there, but this is the bit we need. Check it out. You think it's a cello? Do you know what? I think it might be, because I can't remember. But I think it might be. No, it's not. It's a were you going to say a clarinet? Clarinet, thank you. Yeah, clarinet, well done. And I think... Yes. Well, you're going to say a clarinet. It's a beautiful instrument. Okay. Do you know what you want? Do you know what's a shame that I don't see you every week? I love to see you every week. You have been brilliant. What other instruments? Let me just stop this. Let me stop this now. Thanks, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you got them all right. I didn't. I couldn't remember what the last one was. Take care.